Hey, you! You're listening to the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed because you're an untouchable success. To support us and gain access to great exclusive shows like our brand new Supernatural watch-along Himboos, head over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. You'll also get your lucky little mitts on hundreds of episodes of our other exclusive shows like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, and the complete series of Fox Mulder is a Maniac. We do movie nights, game streaming, regular mini-series and surprise shows, and you can even commission your own podcast about anything you want, within reason. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain by heading to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed. Probably don't need help with that word.
I just think sometimes they have that rat energy where if you're a dinosaur, you'd be like, like it's that, like where dogs can be like, dogs are brave, like they'll run right up to a dinosaur, where a cat is going to scuttle away.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't seem like it
more
seems
under
like
the radar.
Yeah, I just think they're like cockroaches to dinosaurs. But again, I don't know. It's movies. You're going to kill the cat. We've decided as a society we're like, it's
many
fine.
Cats.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Piles of cats. Hello, everyone.
My name is David Bell.
My name is Tom Ryman.
And we just watched The End of Oak Street. Although, I would argue, the middle of Oak Street, the beginning, these were all
It's kind of the beginning of Oak Street.
Yeah.
Technically.
It's all... Oak Street's a mess.
Yeah.
I think that our neighborhood, our house, our whole street has moved.
How the hell is that even possible?
Get out of there! Run!
What the hell's going on?
Get inside now!
I just heard a gunshot.
Oak Street needs some mediation. Because really the movie is Anne Hathaway's midlife crisis.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So, all right. This is David Robert Mitchell.
Yes.
This was a lot of hype
Follows.
in my world. Yeah.
Yeah. And Under the Silver Lake, of course, which I also quite like.
Right. And so I don't know if this is the same for America, but for in our little neck of the woods.
In our little universe, yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of the most antist.
What? Yeah. Fuck. It's the dinosaurs, Ewan McGregor, Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
And
Two kids.
Others. It's
PJ Byrne is there playing a very PJ Byrne character.
Yep. It was seen as like, this is like, oh, we're doing Spielberg. We're doing Spielberg.
Yeah.
What did you think of The End of Oak Street?
I mostly liked it.
Me too.
I thought the script was pretty shaky.
Me too.
But the direction, man.
Me too.
Boy, does this movie succeed in making dinosaurs not just scary, repellent.
Yeah. Yeah, unless
like
they're
you're fucking sick of them by the end of it.
Yeah, they're weird little freaks in this.
Yeah.
That snake, my goodness.
Holy
that
shit,
little
that
freak.
snake. But also, the snake was the source of one of my problems.
Oh, that's interesting.
How to get in that above ground pool? Well, I can't climb in and out of one of those above ground pools without it breaking. That's a fucking 18-ton boa constrictor.
That's fair. See, that I don't care about that stuff as much. I like
some of that stuff. The only time that genuinely bothered me is during the climax when all the alligators appeared upstairs all of a sudden.
Oh yeah.
Like, well, why are they up there? Why weren't they there before? Why is there all of a sudden 12 of them?
Right.
That, like, stuff like that really aggravated me.
I liked that they make a note. The dinosaurs are notably quiet.
Yes,
they're very quiet. They do like the reverse T-Rex in this, where he's just like sneaking up.
Yeah. That's the It Follows shot. That was the It Follows shot. Where they're sitting there talking to each other, and the fucking Allosaurus is just in the background, like, they don't even see me yet. They don't even see me yet.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah, I'll say, like, this movie accomplished what I needed it to.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
This is... in a perfect world, this would be Like if I found this movie as a kid in the 80s, I'd love it. This would be a cherished VHS. This would be one of those kind of like a grimier one that one of those like a Last Starfighter or something, like one of those Spielberg movies that didn't quite hit a little bit, but didn't quite hit in the 80s. So there was a little bit of darkness to it, like a little bit of edge to it. This is like Spielberg with a little bit more edge. I like
this
that.
is a hard
I really like
PG-13.
that. Oh yeah, it is.
PG-13.
So there were some people there who brought young kids.
Good.
In my theater, I was like, oh,
good. Let them watch.
Yes, let them watch.
Yeah. No, I think it is it's like the edge. It's for a kid to watch and feel like, yeah.
I was a little disappointed with it, but overall, I enjoyed it a lot. I think I will probably revisit it. I'm glad this movie exists. I hope. I hope it finds an audience with the generation that it's kind of aimed for. You know, like young, kind of like teens now or young teens now, adolescents.
I would argue it's one of the best dinosaur films, but that's not saying much. That's just because of...
I would agree with that, yeah.
Yeah. I would say it is my least favorite David Robert Mitchell movie, but that's also not saying much because he's only made a handful and they're all awesome.
Yeah, they're all pretty good. They're all pretty good.
Yeah, like this was still good. This was still very good.
This is like a B for me, you know, and that's me being like, oh, I was a little disappointed by it, but it's still like a pretty high B because the execution is so good.
Also,
it's scary.
It's scary. Also, for me in terms of quality, the best stuff, it's all backloaded, meaning that the first 20 minutes. I got nervous. This movie won me over. That was what happened. The movie lost me and then won me over.
Same. Yeah. I was a little, same. So please keep
once
talking
I
about
realized, like it's very funny to say my least favorite thing about this movie is all the character shit. And I'm like, lose it. I don't care. Once the dinosaurs show up, there's a little too much bickering about things that don't matter, where I was just like, guys, lock in. You gotta lock in. There's dinosaurs.
Okay. I didn't think there was that much.
I just thought I
thought there was like just enough for it to get its point across because like it's like really esoterically about, or like not esoterically, like obliquely about a divorce, like It's Anne Hathaway deciding whether or not she wants to leave her family, and it's basically like they do a trial separation. She realizes it's horrible or that it's not what she wants. Yeah. And then decides to stay with her family. Like in the way zoomed out description, that's what the movie's about. So like
trial separation, we'll get into what that means.
The trial separation, we'll get into what that means. But so I didn't mind that like there was just enough of the bickering to keep that theme, but I agree with you. I kept thinking like there was a lot of ideas that they left on the table that maybe could have been I expected it to sort of be a little, I don't know.
It lightly explored climate change.
A little bit,
climate change anxiety. There's this idea where Ewan McGregor is like, things will work out. That's his point of view. Then it starts with the idea that they're having issues and he's kind of very passive. It's a lot of like, hey, it'll work out. Let's not make too many waves.
And that's interesting because I actually thought I found this ultimately really similar to Everything Everywhere All at Once, because you said passive and that's the word that hit me, because what it actually ends up being is that his passivity, he's not actually passive. He's optimist. He's an optimist who kind of avoids direct confrontation, but he still problem solves. It's just her perception of him is that he's passive.
Yes. And when it matters, he throws down, which we'll talk about.
He does. But even now, like what we find out is he's delivering pizza because he needs to, because he doesn't have a job anymore.
Right. And then on the other end, when shit hits the fan, it's really evident where she's like, I don't want to lie to my kids. Like this is devastating. And he's like, hey, maybe there's a way. And it's sort of that idea of like, what do parents say to their kids about like climate change is like the vibe where it's like the world is on fire. Everything's gone wrong. The girl says like, is this the end of the world? and he tries to soften it, and she doesn't want to soften it. And it's him kind of being like, what the fuck else are we supposed to do?
What do you
What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
You want me to start screaming and running around like a chicken with my head cut off? No.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to try to deal with it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because it is like this, when it first happens, it's like this situation where you're like, so they're fucked, right? Like, this is...
Yeah.
This isn't gonna work.
'Cause they're not
what are they
talking.
gonna do? Build a hut and like hunt? You know, like
Yeah. They're barely speaking. Like, it starts with a block party, and it takes place in 1982.
Yep.
Anyway, so no cell phones.
Not that it needed cell phone. Like, honestly,
It wouldn't have
either
mattered.
way, it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah,
No.
you can't call anybody when you've gone back in time anyway.
I think I think that was maybe more of an era thing, but there's probably some obvious complication that it got around that I'm just not thinking about.
Yeah, I think it's also David Robert Mitchell, where
Yeah,
It Follows
just-
was famously timeless.
Yeah.
Like, notably, where that's what I thought it was at first. At first, I was like, oh, is he following this, and he's not going to specify the date? It's just going to be like
I sort of figured
vaguely
because
old.
the teenage girl mentions wanting to go to Cornell because that's where Carl Sagan teaches
Right,
present
yeah.
tense. So it's sort of at
I
least
just thought
placed
it'd be-
in a certain era. But yeah,
I thought it'd be funny if she took out the clamshell phone randomly.
Yeah.
And was just like, okay, what the fuck is this?
hold on. But yeah, they're not speaking. Like,
Yeah.
she's annoyed that he's still taking off to do drive pizza delivery at night because she thinks it's embarrassing. And they're
Right.
supposed to be there during the block party. It's like a family day. She's like, this is supposed to be a family day, and you're about to take off to do deliveries. It's like, well, yeah, but and we find out later that he's been laid off and he hasn't told her.
Right. I mean,
so-
he's delivering pizza with 80s money, so it's still enough.
yeah,
to,
yeah, it's enough.
to keep this. Yeah.
I think he's doing other things too. It's just the pizza delivery job is what we see, and it's the source of like their contention. Basically,
Right.
She doesn't like the pizza delivery truck.
She's secretly writing a book.
Yeah, It's like there's a lot. It's a. This was my read of it anyway. Like, she's kind of like having. She's having like a midlife crisis. Like, the oldest kid is about to go off to college. It's clear that they're more aligned. The son is kind of more like Ewan. He's more like passive. He seems a little like he carries around this target bow and arrow that can't really do anything, but he has it with him throughout the film, and it's sort of like symbolic. She has this book that she's been writing in secret that she hasn't told anybody about, except this older woman who lives in the neighborhood who used to edit for her husband.
Right.
It's clear like she feels like there's a part of her life she's not getting to live, and she feels as though she's being held back by her family.
Yeah. She doesn't want to just be a housewife and mom.
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of like, it's this very suburban, idealistic like version of America that she's trapped in.
Yes.
That she feels trapped in.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't blame her.
No.
But also, like, yeah, she's in, like you said, like midlife crisis essentially.
Yeah,
where-
and it's and I thought it was interesting because this is normally portrayed from the man's point of view, this type of character.
Yeah.
Like I could totally have seen like a Spielberg version of this in the 80s where it's a man who's like, I'm bored with being a teacher, or, I want to be out, I want to be a writer. I want to be out there looking for dinosaurs or something,
leave
time
his
travel.
family for
Yeah.
aliens.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't get much of it. It seems like very like there are some scenes where Anne Hathaway comes off a little ogreish, but that's because like.
But yeah, I kind of got.
She's the main character. It's her arc. Like,
Yeah.
Ewan's really he's very much a supporting character. He's just there to sort of like serve her arc.
Yes.
Like, he's
That was
he's
a surprise.
basically interchangeable with the children, essentially.
Yes. That's what this movie is kind of hiding from
Yes,
people. Is
very
that
much,
He
yeah.
is not the main character
At all. He's not
No.
even really a co-lead. Like, he is treated. I kept thinking of Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's not as like it's that movie is much more weighted toward the husband character.
Yeah.
But like in this
a
movie,
great reveal.
a great
by the
reveal in that movie too. But in here, it's kind of the opposite. Well, not really the opposite, but anyway.
Did you get a sense, by the way, because this movie is a little over 90 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think that's a bad instinct. I did get the vibe that they cut some stuff out from the beginning.
It's confusing a little bit
Yes.
It feels a little rudderless for a bit.
Right. You feel like you've walked into something where I'm just like, wait, what's going on? Like, who are these people? What's the dynamics? Where it felt like they were like, get to the dinosaurs faster. And it was probably front loaded and they cut it down because there's just a lot of like, it's very montagey and it doesn't really feel.
A lot of time cuts.
Yes.
So there's like great leap. Yeah, and then we get to the bully who like attacks the kid when he's out looking for the dog, and then his brother comes up, no, don't attack him, and we learn that they're like kind of been roaming around on their own because their parents are dead. Right. And then they run off, and then we see the other neighbor kid who runs up and she's afraid of our main boy and brother and sister, and we haven't really established why she would be afraid of other people in the neighborhood. It feels like we missed a lot of stuff, or like why PJ Byrne is suddenly. This is why, and this maybe that's the reason why the script feels shaky to me, because a lot of it is like characters sort of making random decisions or things appearing, or just it's like he's randomly on his house shooting at the pterodactyls for no other reason but to be killed, and then like the librarian, like she's hiding in her bedroom listening to the whole melee until she finally comes out to shoot and rescue them at one point. It probably sounds a little pedantic to people who haven't seen the movie, but there's a lot of instances like that in the movie where characters make snap, strange decisions, or things will teleport or appear, and it just felt like a little too more convenient than a movie should feel.
Yeah, it feels like I will really like the 2-hour R-rated director's cut.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it got cut down from an R. Yeah, because they're like, we cannot sell this movie we can't sell this movie as an R. We're not going to make any money.
Because I think there was probably a way more pronounced climate change message originally. Because the sense I got was it's this neighborhood divided where it's like the bullies, everybody's like at each other's throat. Everybody's keeping secrets. Everybody, get that dog off my lawn.
There's not that much of that, though. There's only like two things. There's a conflict with the neighbor, and there's the way he films the conversation when she goes to the old lady's house with the split diopter.
Yes.
Where it's like
and then there's the bullies, though, too.
Right, but you're right. I didn't even make that connection. But sorry to interrupt you. Sorry.
No. I got the sense that the thing that they were setting up was a neighborhood being threatened by this existential crisis coming together. And they never come together. That was the thing where it was like, and the bullies sense that too, where the bullies are like, we can't fucking fight right now. We have to survive. And I thought it was all kind of leading to like, I honestly wasn't expecting, spoilers, them to get back. I was expecting like Land of the Lost shit where they're all where they all come together and like have to survive in this new normal or something. But I think at some point, maybe it was a second draft of the script, I think at some point a fundamental part of this movie changed. And I don't exactly know what. It just feels like ultimately the story feels like it's a little more of a Frankenstein story where it's like, it's still very fun and satisfying. Don't get me wrong, but I wonder if there was a version of this that was like R-rated, horror, mean, a lot more intense, and they were like, you know what, we should probably make this like a family movie. So let's do a version where it's like a little more optimistic and fun and less existential, and we kind of drop the climate change message. Because there's like a point where they're reading books on dinosaurs and they literally put it like they talk about like
it's extinction, yeah,
and it's just like it was very clear that was
and the girl in the block party scene when she's talking about Carl Sagan, he's the one that says humans are butterflies who think they flap their wings for a day and think it's forever.
Right. Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. So it just feels like there was a version of this, maybe not even a cut of it. I think like when it was first written,
maybe
that was something else, and they changed a large chunk of it in another draft. Because we've also been hearing about this movie for a while,
for many years. Yeah.
Yeah. The result, I think it worked out. I think what they made was very fun. I just know that it just feels like they were like remnants of a different version still in here. And so like the opening was, again, the opening 20 minutes, it was sort of, it was like, it just, I don't know. I thought the opening wasn't bad, but it was disjointed. And then once they go back, like when the girl's like in her car listening to music and shit like that, I was just like, get to the fucking dinosaurs, guys. Come on. I don't care about this shit at all.
That's true.
I don't care about any of these honkies. When they're fighting while bordering up, I was just like, guys, dinosaurs. Like everybody's very loud in like the first like half, where I was like, guys,
I enjoyed all the build up to them teleporting.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, this is like finding the strange plant in the backyard, like
yes, that was fun.
But yeah, the first chunk of when they're initially there was a little shaky. Like I think that's the shakiest part of the movie. And then go ahead.
Oh no, I'm like, I don't care. This is fun. Is ultimately where I landed.
Yeah.
But you go. What were you saying?
Oh, I feel like I was gonna say something, and now that I've had a few more moments to think about it, I'm not sure if it entirely is true. I was gonna say that I feel like it sort of picked up for me after Ewan is killed.
Spoilers. Yeah.
Spoilers.
That was the lean in the deceit moment.
Mm-hmm.
So like everything before that, I was still having a lot of fun. Yeah, for me it was like once
I was
they go
still
out and
kind of
look for the
waiting for
kids,
something to happen up until that point.
Yeah, the characters are kind of stupid at first. Like the kids are like I said, the little girl or the daughter, she goes downstairs to listen to music, and I was like, that's noisy, right? And they're all like yelling at each other and stuff, and I was like, come on, guys, dinosaurs. You really gotta focus on the dinosaurs and start thinking straight. And then the kid sneaks out to get his dog, and I was like, that needs to happen. It's stupid, but it needs to happen, right? Like, well, yeah, I would try to get my
many
dog,
of us would
if I'm
do
being
that.
honest.
In that, yeah. That I did not have any problem with that.
All right, and then once we start like wandering the neighborhood, and obviously before this, the raptor shit was fun. The part where she finds the old lady killed and the footprints was very like
chasing Ewan on the other side
creepy.
of the fence.
Yeah. It's very well shot. So
yeah,
it's like
it's all great. Like it's very it's scary.
Yeah, he's a very
dinosaurs
good
are little pricks.
Yeah, they are. But once it was like it's at night and we're like driving around to find the kids and shit starts happening, I was like, all right, this is getting fun. Again, it was already kind of fun, but it really like the moment Ewan McGregor hits a dinosaur with a sledgehammer,
hits it in the knockout button, Dave.
Yeah. Yes.
He knocks it out with a sledgehammer.
And I think the movie needed that. It doesn't matter how realistic that is. I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then the dinosaur eats him. This is maybe halfway into the movie.
Yeah.
And
just
it was
horribly, prolongedly eats him.
Yes. And the entire theater leaned in because everybody kind of felt like they knew what they were watching until that happened.
Yes.
And it was like, what?
Yep.
Great fucking move.
Yeah. Great move.
Mind you, they buy it back.
Buy it back. Yeah, they buy it back in a very sweaty.
Yes. But I don't care.
It's not that sweaty. I did keep thinking of the Masters of the Universe 1987 film.
Yeah. This isn't Marvel. Like Marvel buys back deaths, but they also really, really want to milk them the deaths too.
Yeah.
Where they'll spend many films on the deaths and then they'll go like, but Vision's back. It's fine. And it's like, okay, well, fuck you. You made me work a lot. This one, it's like, it buys it back in its own movie where I'm like, that's fine. Like they didn't even have time to grieve.
And I didn't have as much of a problem with that sort of thing as I normally would because of what the movie's kind of about.
Yeah.
Where it's more about their marriage. And like we said earlier, like them having a trial separation and her deciding she doesn't like it is Ewan getting killed.
A dino separation.
Yeah, dino separation. His torso is separated from his legs.
Yeah. That's the thing. So,
and she sort of is. It's, she has to confront life without him and decides she doesn't want that.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have anyway, that's a long-winded way of saying I didn't have a problem with what I normally would have in something like a Detective Pikachu, for example.
Well, yeah, I would argue
buying
Pikachu,
back a character death like that because, it can say weird things about grief. But
I think those are weird because those movies were like
they're
that
for children.
And like they're about grief specifically.
Yes, yeah.
So like that, what's the Daddy Pants? Daddy Pants?
No.
The one where their dad comes back, but he's just pants.
Oh yeah,
Daddy Pants.
Onward.
That one is specifically navigating that, right? And in the end,
Well,
like,
that
I don't
handled
wanna
it
spoil
really well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like Pikachu, they treated it like your dead dad is back as like a fun, like the treasure at the end of the adventure.
You wish him back to life, yeah.
And it was
So-
a situation where like the kid had already been like grieving his dad who's long dead. And
For
it's
the whole
like, that's
movie,
why
yeah.
I mean, yeah, whereas like this movie isn't about that. It's not
No,
about
yeah, it's
grief.
about the marriage. So yeah, it's not really about. So yeah, anyway,
again,
that's
it's not-
again, it worked. I think.
Yeah, I think it worked because the movie is sort of like it's a level of fun where it's like it's sort of balancing between this idea of how fun and how cruel are we,
Mm-hmm.
and ultimately it's like, listen, we're gonna be more fun. We're bringing it back to the point that it's like, oh, and then everybody's alive. She called everybody and
Not
took them out. And I'm
everyone.
like, not everybody, but
All the neighbors that she
yes. It would have
Knew.
been very funny if she didn't call the
she
one
specifically
shitty neighbor.
didn't call PJ Byrne. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's sort of like it's trying to have its cake and eat it too, where it's like, and don't you worry, they're all back. It's just I don't care about that because this is a self-contained movie that I don't think they're going to try to make 10 of.
No.
It was
And
like
it's-
it was corny, but I'm like, I think this is supposed to be for kids, kind of. Honestly,
Kinda. It's about divorce. Like it's about a family staying together.
yeah. So it pinged me, but it didn't like piss me off.
No.
you know?
Yeah, I sort of yeah. I think it worked fine. And
They'll
again,
make another if they can, mind you, but
they shouldn't.
they shouldn't. Yeah,
I don't know how or why you would.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's another thing, another aspect of it that made me think of something, like a Spielberg with Edge from the '80s, like something like this that didn't quite hit.
Yeah,
Landing it firmly in VHS territory.
yeah, for sure. This is one that I'm like, I can't wait to watch this again and again because it's fun enough.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like, so yeah, I want to talk about like what makes this fun. One,
I kept thinking of when dinosaurs attack, like Mars
Yeah.
Attacks.
yeah,
It's very much the attitude of it for a lot of the movie. Is you'll just see dinosaurs just attacking people in the background, and
I do think this could
Yeah.
easily be an R. For example, when Ewan McGregor gets eaten and his leg gets bit off, it's just like this red nothing where his leg
Yeah.
is, and I'm like, there's a version of this where you could just easily add
Oh,
in
yeah.
gore there.
oh yeah,
There's an F-bomb dropped in a perfect place.
I think there's two.
Okay, I just think when they
Yeah,
find
he says, "Is that a fucking dinosaur?"
fucking dinosaur, and I'm like, yeah, that's great. No, here's to me like the things that made this very enjoyable for me is David Robert Mitchell is extremely good at directing.
Yeah,
So like
the execution
his-
here is so good.
it's delightful. Yes. There's just a lot of, if you know his movies, you know what kind of shots we're talking about. Again, there's an It Follows shot, but a dinosaur. I think dinosaurs fucking. I want to talk about dinosaurs fucking
Oh yeah,
because that's the first time that in the movie that I was like, oh, this movie's unique. This movie, it was like, what haven't we seen in a dinosaur movie? Two dinosaurs humping using the
garage.
house.
yeah.
Yeah.
We get a close up too. We get a close up of its
Yeah.
face as it writhes in ecstasy.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
getting railed, just getting absolutely plowed.
They do not care about, by the way, like the dinosaurs look cool, but I'm pretty sure dinosaurs didn't all hang out in the same like 1 mile radius as much as these dinosaurs do. Like they just sort of, once they get back there, the dinosaurs are just swarming it like insects.
Yeah.
And they're just fucking everywhere. And I'm like, I don't think that.
Yeah.
Also, they would have like trouble breathing, right? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, they probably instantly succumb to microbes and stuff that haven't been on the planet for ages and ages.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
You know, like the dinosaurs might stay away.
Yeah.
Like there's a little bit of that in like the Jurassic Park, the novel, where it's
right.
The dinosaurs are kind of like weirded out by people.
Right. But again, it doesn't matter. None of this matters. Dinosaurs fucking. I was like, that's great. That's great. I love that a kid's movie has a little sex in it, frankly. Even if
it is a little dinosaur sex.
Even if it's dinosaur fucking, it's not afraid to show that. It's not afraid to be weird. Her taking the picture and them treating like suddenly they're tourists, they're like on safari. And I enjoyed that moment, I had other points. Snake.
The snake.
For me, the snake symbolizes the other thing that I appreciate about this movie is it knew that there were certain dinosaurs that we all knew about and we've all seen, and it tried to do something different.
Yeah, it was like, let's take the enemies from Ark that really piss you off.
Yes.
For instance, that big snake.
That big stupid snake.
Yeah.
I loved its blank dumb face as it just sort of creeps in.
Yeah.
And the whole family, no one notices this big dumb snake just worming around in their house.
Just completely blank face.
Yeah. Just honing in on Anne Hathaway.
It's so good with that. Like every dinosaur kind of looks like that. Like there's just this. Like I said at the top, it's not just that they're scary; they're repellent. They're kind of grungy looking. They just have this like, there's no warmth to the expression. There's not much of a personality to the expression that we can detect.
Yeah.
It's just kind of insectile almost.
Yeah. There's little freaks.
Yeah.
Little hungry freaks.
Yeah, they're just these mindless little trash monsters in this movie.
And that snake, it was just such a fun offer.
It's like
they play it for
like the
laughs.
Mist with dinosaurs. Yeah, they do play it for laughs a little bit.
Where my audience was laughing because it's that little creep.
Mine wasn't
just like slithering in.
Well,
and then, yes, as it kept slithering in, people are going like, "Oh shit!"
Oh yeah, because Ewan has just died a little bit before this, so when it rears up behind Anne Hathaway, like there were gasps in my theater.
Yes,
because nobody knew whether or not she was going to get eaten.
And that's the other big thing is the fact that they killed Ewan McGregor.
Yeah,
that was huge because I tend to know movies. Movies you've seen. That was after they killed him. I was like, huh. So anything can happen. Yeah,
so more things are on the table than I realized. Okay.
Right.
I thought the family was safe.
And what this movie is hiding, and it's that it has a built-in reset button, which means that it can be as fucking mean as it wants to be until the reset button is what's actually happening, right?
I kind of wish it would have gone further then. Kill the kids.
Yes. Gobble those kids up.
Kill those fucking kids. At least one of them.
Oh, when the kid jumps to the portal and it disappears.
We knew that was going to happen.
That was so funny.
And then the pterodactyls are immediately like, caw! They fly down.
I love how mean it was. I also like that ending because it was a very like muted climax because they're just sort of in a house. They didn't try to go for bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? Like, here's a T-Rex. Here's, like they were just like, here's a really messy situation happening right now.
Mm-hmm. The house, but it was the house repaired, Dave.
It was what?
The home repaired, right? The home restored.
Oh yeah,
they're back together. They're on the same page again. And she's writing. She's realizing she doesn't have to make a choice between those two lives.
I meant the climax of the dinosaurs.
I thought you meant the ultimate. Sorry.
No,
yeah, when they're just like jumping off the roof of the house.
Right, where it was just like, this wasn't the biggest action scene of the movie.
No, but it didn't need to be.
Yeah, it's just they're really cornered. It's the fact that the kid jumps off, misses, and they have to go all the way back down. And bring him all the way
back up. And then this is the part that irked me a little bit. This is a little like kind of your issue with movies like Don't Breathe, where now all of a sudden the top floor that they were just on is like overflowing with alligators.
Where the fuck did they come from?
Come from? Why are they up there?
Yeah.
There's no water up there. Like, what are
Yeah.
they doing?
Again, the dinosaurs are, I would argue, probably way more aggressive than dinosaurs are.
Probably. They're definitely very curious.
Yeah. And they're doing that thing where they're eating people, sort of, and then they're going for more people. And I'm like, no, he's got his meal.
He's got a people. He's got
Yeah.
a people.
He's done. He's done.
He's got one. That Spinosaurus was a fucker.
Oh, yeah.
Pushed him in the house. They start the fire. That was a good way.
Yeah.
I appreciated that. I wonder if there was maybe more with that in an earlier version of the film, but I liked that this action sequence that they do, which begins with them having to drive around turtles, which, it's
Little shitty turtles, yeah.
a thing that he does and It Follows as well. And I think a little bit in Under the Silver, like a scene that kind of starts funny. And then it becomes really intense out of nowhere. Like suddenly we're fighting for our lives. They're driving around these turtles, and then this Spinosaurus comes out of nowhere and sideswipes them into a house, and it starts a small fire.
The
And that
Spinosaur
fire-
was hiding behind the
It was
bushes
hiding
like
behind
Michael
the hedge,
Myers.
like fucking Michael Myers. Exactly.
It's not trying to be smart. It's trying to be effective. So
Yeah.
it's like shit like that where you're like, sure. Little
Why not?
sneaky Spinosaurus.
I don't mind that as much because it's outside.
Yeah.
Like when you go back upstairs in a house that they were already in, and suddenly it's fucking
No, that's-
overloaded with alligators.
That's teleporting. Yeah, that's
but
different.
but anyway, that starts a small fire in the engine when they get rammed into this house, and they barely escape. And anyway, the fire becomes a huge problem for the rest of the film because it's going to destroy the what little of civilization they have left in this little plateau in the center
Yeah.
of the Mesozoic. So they have to, it's another little bit of urgency there, as if we didn't already have enough. It's another ticking clock.
I thought it would have been funny if we learned that there's like a wacky scientist who built like a teleportation weird device that's nuclear powered, and the fire triggers that, and they're what kills the dinosaurs. That's my extremely dumb pitch.
Could be.
But I like that they showed the dinosaurs like running from the fire, and this idea that the humans are also like, yeah, we suck, huh? Like we're here for like a couple days and we've already started a wildfire. Because
bad
she
at
says
this.
something like, "Did we cause that?"
Yeah. Was that us?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you dickheads. Just
Well,
get eaten by the
technically
dinosaurs.
it was the Spinosaurus that caused it.
That's
They didn't
fair.
crash into the house.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's a cool. That's the cool added urgency to the whole thing for sure. Like it just keeps getting worse and worse, which I liked.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked that it was there. I thought it was. I sort of expected it to be explored a little more, so that's why I said I wonder if more with the fire had been in previous versions of the script. But again, it doesn't really matter because it's not about them running from a fire. It's about them being stuck in a suburban neighborhood that's overflowing with dinosaurs, teeming with dinosaurs.
Yeah, I would have
boy,
appreciated
is it.
like, for the most part it's this, but like that part I was mentioning where they're like bordering up the house and they're yelling. I was like, just be running from dinosaurs. Like I kind of wanted no moment of safety. You know what I mean? Where it was like the ending of The Lost World. You know, the ending of the raptor scene where it's just like, and now we have to go over here, and now we have to go over here, and now we have to go over here, and now I have to hide under this. I kind of wanted a whole movie of them just like constantly like fuck. Maybe like
That would
some
be
moments.
sweet. That would be sweet.
But
It'd be tough.
it'd be tough because it's hard. Movies need. This is one of those things where like movies rightfully need character stuff. They need us to care about the characters.
You need something to hold your attention for 90 minutes. It can't just be loud noises.
That's the thing. I came into this like a 13-year-old kid. I was like, I don't care. I just want dinosaurs. I just want
That's
constant dinosaur action.
That's something, though. Well, I mean, it is loud noises, but anyway.
The thing is, that wouldn't have been a good movie, my version in my head.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a good
So,
movie. We have several versions of that, actually. They've made many
Yes.
Jurassic Worlds that are that.
Yeah. I was just coming into it with like all the worst intentions, all the most like, it's just like the way like kids go into Marvel, where like, yeah, bang together action figures. I was like, yeah, dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Come on, give me all of them.
That's
all
it.
the time.
I would love a movie that's just an R-rated dinosaur slasher movie, and it doesn't need to be anything more than that.
Yes, and this is almost that,
Almost that.
but not.
That
But
movie
not.
65 could have been that. Wasn't.
Yeah, that movie.
It's not a good movie.
I don't. I don't even remember what happened in that movie.
He uses a steam vent to kill a dinosaur, and that was pretty sweet. But
that was cool.
I think that's literally the only cool thing that happens.
Right. The problem with a lot of dinosaur movies, frankly, weirdly, is that they don't understand. Like, there's not enough dinosaurs, or they do. We were just talking about this. We were watching like the Hungry Hippo movie, Hungry. And there's a lot of that thing where it's like, okay, guys, we can't afford to have the monster in it all the time. Well, it's like Jaws. It can just be like implied. And it's like that only works if you know what you're doing, if you're good at tension, if you have good characters. And this kind of splits the difference where I would argue it has some fun characters that are fun to watch, but it knows that like every 15 minutes or so, they're like, dinosaur, right? Dinosaur. You want a dinosaur right now. Like,
it does So it does. You're right. Splitting the difference is an interesting way of phrasing it. Like it does the fleeting thing to make the dinosaurs ever present, sort of like, but it's closer to something like the barrel gimmick in Jaws, where it's not, you're not like looking at water and wondering where the shark is. You can see something that represents it, so you sort of can see it. So we're always seeing like little glimpses, like tails or claws and stuff moving in between fences and behind houses, and it's a cool way to. Cool. It's funny you mentioned Michael Myers because he gets compared to John Carpenter a lot, David Robert Mitchell, for It Follows, obviously. And a big thing about John Carpenter's Halloween was taking familiar spaces and making them scary.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what this is doing with dinosaurs.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
It's such a perfect pitch. Like
it really
a suburban
is.
neighborhood filled with dinosaurs.
It's such a good idea. Like I can totally, like I can see the trading card set. Like the dinosaurs knocking over the trash cans and
it delivered on that. Mm-hmm. And that's the most important thing to me about a movie like this.
Yeah.
Is like they weren't selling the characters, not really. And so ultimately, like they had the budget to give you dinosaurs the way you want dinosaurs in a movie like this. And he's such a good filmmaker that there's, like you said, there's a lot of like, he's trying to do these iconic, like when he's running against the fence and you see all the shit on the other side of the fence getting knocked over. Yeah. There's stuff like that where it's like, yes, he does get compared to John Carpenter, but I always would argue that It Follows, when you watch it, isn't a John Carpenter film. I think it feels like John Carpenter because it has a very unique voice and a very cool tone to it. And he's going to get compared to Spielberg because of this movie. Yeah. But I would argue this isn't shot like a Spielberg movie either. This is shot like a David Robert Mitchell film, I think. He has a unique enough voice.
Yes, there's definitely stuff that's inspired by Spielberg, but like,
oh, absolutely, yeah.
Man, that scene with her, that's kind of I keep going back to things that I had like a tiny like little complaint about, and it's just because I enjoyed the film so much. I love the scene between her and Mrs. Huddleston where she's taking her draft over. To share it with this lady, and we learn that she was an editor for her writer husband for many years. So it's, we see the future that she's afraid of, sort of forever living in an unrealized potential.
Yeah.
Maybe sort of in her husband's shadow, although we don't really get that from Ewan because it's clear that he's kind of like more has been out of work. We learn that he is still out of work. But anyway, and that scene is the clearest we get of the idea that it's a neighborhood that's like a tense neighborhood. Like, I forget what the name of the Twilight Zone episode is, but they do this episode where like somebody in the neighborhood's an alien and it's a very clear like communist metaphor.
Right.
But in this scene, and it's the shots that he does the back and forth between Anne Hathaway and Mrs. Huddleston, where he does the split diopter.
Yeah, and you can see all the people outside.
Yes, yeah. So it's that voyeurism, and then we see the reverse where we're looking at them through the glass, and we can hear them clearly, but nobody on the outside can. And it's so I definitely was hoping for something a little more sinister, although the movie is still mean.
Yeah,
but I was sort of hoping for something a little more Twilight Zone-y. There's still a total Twilight Zone vibe through here.
Oh yeah, He
But
does later.
Anyway, that's
When the family's all talking, he does a split diopter sequence that's going to kill Abe.
I know.
That sequence, I was like, a bit much.
I don't know. Yeah, we didn't need it here.
I don't know what he was going for there.
I'm not
honestly.
sure. I guess it was no secrets.
Yeah, that was just the only part that made me go like, I don't know what you're doing here.
The best I came away with from that is that's no secrets. Everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
That's everybody's mask is off.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't. It's just it's distracting in that scene.
It was a little much.
It's
it was
distracting in that scene. I liked it in the Miss Huddleston scene.
Yeah. Yes, I liked it there. I
Anyway.
really liked the music.
Yes.
The
It felt like mean Spielberg.
Yeah, it's the guy who did the reboot Star Trek music, which is good music.
Okay.
He did the Batman, which is a soundtrack I frequently listen
that
to.
Giacchino?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Giacchino. He did The Incredibles.
Yeah, he did the new Spider-Man. So he's I don't know, he's very good. He's very good.
He also directed Werewolf by Night, Dave.
Oh, good for him.
I believe, anyway. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
yeah, I
very
really like
good.
his. Yeah, the Batman's a rad score. Shit.
This is a soundtrack that I think I'll be like kind of adding to my like I'm writing, I need to listen to something.
It's a bit intense.
Soundtracks.
I tend to go for stuff more like Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross.
Oh, yeah,
type
I do
stuff
that
when
too.
I'm writing. This is a bit intense.
Depends on what
This
I'm
would be
writing.
like
I'll
this would be
listen
like
to
writing
the It
to the
Follows
Jaws soundtrack. You, do
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Oh, you.
I've written to the It Follows
real
soundtrack.
intense.
Yeah. I once took a walk to the It Follows soundtrack, and that was a terrible walk.
That's a terrible idea. That's a terrible.
Yeah.
It is designed for you to feel like you're being stalked, Dave.
Yes, it's very stressful.
It's stressful music. It's like swimming to the Jaws theme.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, I don't know. This is an intense soundtrack, but what I like about it is it felt very David Robert Mitchell, rather. I thought at first, I was like, is this the fucking guy that It Follows? But it's not. It's not. This is just a good composer because he really
Very good.
kind
composer,
of, he's really good at doing like the tone of the movie you're watching in this really
yeah.
amazing way.
It felt anarchic, but in a good like.
Yeah.
It felt like the soundtrack to the trading card series.
Yeah.
Like there's a little bit of an impish tone to this. There's a little bit of pissing your parents off. There's
a little bit.
There's a little bit, and there's a little bit of that, and there's more of that in Under the Silver Lake. But
Yeah.
anyway, his movies don't generally have that tone, but like the music was perfectly in line with that tone of the
Yeah.
movie, and I'm glad you brought that up because I had forgot. I had a similar thought about it while we were watching it.
It's just nice. It was just ultimately, I'm like, yeah, there were some things that I didn't love, but ultimately, it's like this original dinosaur movie that's like
Yeah.
a fun adventure, but not trying to be like part 1 of 6. It's not trying to be anything more than this kind of standalone, kind of family focused, but also again, like not trying to make like it's not trying to be 4 quadrant. It's not
No,
trying to
this
be
is
like,
like-
okay, this will sell in China. It feels like it was. I don't know how it's shot. Obviously, CGI was involved, but
yeah.
it feels like it felt more or less like we shot this on a neighborhood set. It felt. It doesn't have that Marvel sheen where everything looks shiny and fake. It just felt like a real blockbuster movie, you know? I don't know how else to say that, where it's like not perfect, but it just felt like how more movies need to be.
It felt like it was content being what it was. That's
Yeah.
weird praise to have.
Again,
Excuse
it's
me.
not for everybody. It's like, hey, do you want to see some blood? Because there's going to be some fucking
Because there's
blood.
gonna be, and it's gonna be real upsetting when it happens.
Yeah.
But it's all it's weird. It has the scene where the dinosaurs fucking.
Yeah. It is weird. And that's great.
it has scenes where Anne Hathaway's screaming at her family.
Yeah.
Like, it's and fucking gutting a gigantic snake.
Yeah.
I think it's
tapping it over and over.
Yeah, man. And Snake just doesn't care for the longest. You're getting.
It just leaves. It just goes. All right, fuck you.
Yeah, fine,
fuck you. Bye.
Jesus, fuck. Fine, I'll leave. Christ, I'll go eat a cat. I'll go eat another cat. There's plenty of them.
I'm sick of cats.
I think it feels like a movie that's content to be a great find on VHS.
Yeah.
This feels like a great movie you discover. I don't know. It's just I know I keep like heaping qualified praise on it, so let me just ultimately end my rambling thoughts by saying I really enjoyed this movie. Like, this is very refreshingly original. It's weird. It's a little shaky, but like, so what?
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of movies I like from a kid. There's a little shaky.
A lot of my fucking favorite movies are like not
really
every
like
movie can be
Lost
Jaws.
Yeah, I like The Lost World, and that movie is shaky as
well,
fuck.
because Spielberg understood with The Lost World. Thanks for bringing that up, because I remember there was something I wanted to mention about that. He at least understood. I remember there was an interview he gave at the time where he said, Jurassic Park, we were just trying to figure out if we could do the dinosaurs. Now I want to see what we can do with the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So in the second one, it's clear that he is having slasher movie gleeful fun with his dinosaurs in the second one.
Exactly,
He's doing all this kooky stuff. He's eating David Koepp in front of a blockbuster. Like,
he is.
Little compies are ripping Peter Stormare's lips off. Like, he got mean in that movie in a way that the Jurassic Park movies have not been since, except for that last one where a pterodactyl swallows a guy whole. That was really upsetting.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Those movies,
but every other dinosaur movie seems to be so afraid to be mean, and it's like Spielberg wasn't afraid to be mean. He's nasty as fuck in The Lost World. Anyway,
if you're making a Jurassic Park movie, if you're out there making a Jurassic Park movie, if you're one of those kids out there making a Jurassic Park movie, here's what this movie has that Jurassic Park also has, in my opinion. Or it's more like, here's what the new Jurassic Parks forgot, is that all the new Jurassic Parks, and I don't know how to fix this. I think the solution is to just not make any more Jurassic Parks. The new Jurassic Parks are like, we need to get the blood of 3 types of dinosaurs, and then we'll put them together to make this. And it's like a video game missions, you know what I mean? Where they're like...
this, I think, the symptom of adventure screenwriting right now.
Yes,
but yeah.
There's all this MacGuffin stuff where it's like, we need to put this crystal in the T-Rex's butthole.
The Star Wars movie, The Rise of Skywalker or whatever. It's...
Yeah.
Action-adventure movies are lousy with this kind of writing right now. But yes,
this movie, very simple. We need to get away from these fucking dinosaurs. That's it. That's what they have to do.
Yep.
They just have to get away from the goddamn dinosaurs, which is what the first Jurassic Park was as well. Hey, you know what we could use? No dinosaurs. Let's figure out how to make no dinosaurs for our lives.
Sort of. Alan's got to
turn on the power.
Alan's got to get back to the visitor center, and then they have to turn on the power. So they have things.
The overall goal is we need to get away from these dinosaurs. That's it.
Boy, I wish these dinosaurs would fucking go away. Yeah.
And this also has where they have portals, right? So they're like, oh,
just
there's
open up randomly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very random. It doesn't make any sense. I don't care.
I don't need it to. But I don't need. I didn't need a lore dump for that. They explained as much of it as they needed to. It's a random wormhole that opened up. Fine.
Yeah.
Donnie Darko.
Yeah,
I was fine with it there.
Yeah, they just have a girl who's wicked smart in this who goes like wormholes, and they're like,
a girl who's into Carl Sagan.
Yeah,
like that. That is also not hard for me to believe. You know?
It'd be very funny if she's like, it's wormholes, and then it turns out to be like wizard magic,
right?
And it's like, I didn't study wizard magic, so
I almost expected the librarian to be a mad scientist because she randomly knows that it's a 1,000,000-year-old plant. And then they're like, oh, that anomaly's right over the librarian's house. I'm like, she better not have a machine in there.
It's the thing.
Although I kind of sort of hope she did.
Yeah.
Because that would have been real weird. Sorry.
Marvel's sort of trained people to look for lore. And there will be
lore
people
dumps.
looking for lore in this, I bet. But it's sort of like Obsession, right? Obsession was like, why? This is One Wish Will. That's what it does.
That's what it does.
Why would you sell this?
The warnings on the there's like several warnings on the package.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like it because the movie wouldn't happen. Shut up. You know, it's that. And I'm fine with that. It's But again, going back to the new Jurassic Parks, they're not they're trying to be 4-quadrant, right? So they're like,
Yeah, sorry, I interrupted the fuck out of you with
no,
that. No,
it's they're trying to be 4-quadrant, so they're trying to be adventure. They're not bloody. They all have to have a sequence where people appreciate the dinosaurs while the music plays.
You still can be like the pterodactyl swallowing guy. You don't need to be bloody to be effective and scary. Anyway, sorry.
For sure. It's just thinking about like what makes this movie work for me when those Jurassic Parks don't. It's just like they just feel so bogged down with their own bullshit that they forget to have fun.
And they've been locked down in all the Jurassic worlds where none of the good characters die.
Right.
And Trevorrow literally said that. I bring it up all the time, but Colin Trevorrow, who is the producer of most of the Jurassic World movies at this point, has said, we learned our lesson from that first movie after Zara got eaten by the Mosasaurus and everybody was upset at us for that. So now only the bad characters will get eaten by the dinosaurs. It's like, well, that's not the lesson for a thriller either, because if we know that none of the characters we like are in danger, then there's no reason to watch the movie.
Right. Oh, you know what else is a weird thing with those Jurassic Parks? I think we even said this when we were reviewing it. Hey, you know what I've seen a lot of? Jungles. It's called Jurassic World. You know what you could do? Put it anywhere. Like, what you do? Like, remember how
it's the best offer those movies made.
Yes, and remember how the Jurassic Dominion, the one that they're like, okay, they're everywhere now.
Now they're loose.
Let's go to this island. And it was like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
And it's about bugs.
Yeah. What are you doing?
What in the fucking hell are we doing here?
Right. A lot of it isn't like these little secret lessons they can learn. It's the big lesson is like, don't suck. What are you doing, you assholes?
Make the dinosaurs scary and have them. You got to kill people that. You got to kill people.
The Lost World figured this out.
There have to be stakes. Let me rephrase it like that. There have to be stakes that don't. Like when you go into a Jurassic World movie, you know immediately who's going to live and die. Like there's no tension, so it's like there's no reason to watch an action adventure thriller except to watch them go through the motions at that point. So that's not very exciting.
But also, like Lost World figured this out. Put a T-Rex in San Diego, right?
Yeah.
And like this movie knows that too. What if dinosaurs were here? Mm-hmm. And like you don't think about it until you really start thinking about it. It's like, you know what makes dinosaurs not look big? Sticking them in the jungle, in a field. Like there's no scale there. There's no like, I want to see a dinosaur next to a movie theater. I want to see a dinosaur stomp a car. That's like this visceral thing that I think we hadn't gotten enough of, and the fucking Jurassic World movies teased and then bailed on. And it's like this movie is like, here's a dinosaur ripping a car. Here's a dinosaur ripping through a house. Like, here's all the things that you'd want to see happen. I loved, by the way, when it rubs against the house and they hear it and he puts the candle through the window.
Yeah. And it's just this hair, these like feathers.
It's like the Jurassic. Yeah, the Jurassic World feel like they're bored with dinosaurs. They don't shoot them in an interesting way. Mm-hmm. They don't show them in interesting places. It's just going through the motions, you know?
Yeah, they eat a lot of people we don't care about off screen, so we don't even really get much of the slasher movie, even satisfaction of watching T-Rex eat a guy.
Right, yeah.
We still get some of it.
The characters always have like a bunch of guns and equipment, and it's just like, I don't know. They like a lot of them it's them willingly going to these places. Again, first Jurassic Park, kids and some adults with no fucking idea what they're doing. Just dealing with dinosaurs, you know, trying to get away.
Have it be like a retirement community gets stranded in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
A bunch of olds have to escape dinosaurs.
Right. Or just make other dinosaur movies. I don't know.
It's time to finally contact Bill Watterson, find him wherever he is, and make Tyrannosaurs and F-14s the movie.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Based on that one panel from that Calvin and Hobbes strip.
Greenlit.
Greenlit instantly.
Give him all the money. All the money. Make him president. Yeah, very good movie.
Yeah. Very enjoyable.
Yeah. I guess is that it?
I think so.
Thanks for listening, folks.
Thank you.
We have a Patreon, patreon.com/ patreon.com/gamefully unemployed. We have exclusive podcasts on there like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Fox Mulder's Maniac, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, Brutal, our new Metalocalypse, Himboos, our new Supernatural one. That's a whole lot of goddamn podcasts
So many.
that you can get for $5 a month. We also watch movies every Friday night with our patrons. This is exactly the type of movie we will be watching.
We're definitely gonna. We've watched. I don't think we've watched Silver Lake actually. We've definitely watched It Follows though.
Yeah, well, Silver Lake isn't exactly like
Not really a
we
watch
could talk
with a group
over
movie.
it.
Yeah.
I watched it recently. I watched both of his films, or both of those films recently, and I still quite enjoy them. I mean, who doesn't like Spider-Man beating up children?
Yeah. Egg in his car. Sorry,
Yeah.
I interrupted our own plug.
No, I think I did it. I did our
I think you
plug.
did, yeah. You know, there's other tiers. You know, you can commission your own podcast series, your own We Just Watched episodes, whatever you want. So check that out.
Oh, yeah. Too.
Also, Spiel Boys and Fox Mulder's The Maniac are complete shows.
For now.
That's true.
Yeah.
There could be more X-Files. There could be more Spielberg in the future.
That's true.
We also have a store. Head over to gamefullyunemployed.com. You can find a link to our Teespring store where we have all kinds of cool original artwork by cool original artists like Michael Vincent Bramley, Starlene Hodge, Justin Brown, and others. So check that out. Please rate and review our podcasts wherever you're listening. And please check out our other show, Badical, Badical, also wherever you are listening. Ugh, I can't talk right now.
Dinosaurs. Oh, sorry. Favorite scene? When she just looks up dinosaurs. I just thought that was funny. I thought that there was some producer note that was like, just in case some people don't know what dinosaurs are, have someone like look them up in a book. Just in case, just in case no one knows.
I feel
Someone
like that was
watching it.
I feel like that was to show
"Oh."
us the alligator and the snake, so that maybe because there's probably some producer that was like, "That's not a dinosaur." It's
Yeah.
like, no, look, there were big ones.
Yes, other ones, yeah.
Again, just whichever enemy from Ark frustrated you the most.
Seriously.
That fucking snake.
I hate. Oh, fuck. Fuck that game.
It's a son of a bitch of a game.
Hey, listen, our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can find him on twitter.com as the Corlew or go to shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our channel artwork is produced by Michael Vincent Bramley. For more of his work, go to mvbramley.art. Our episode artwork is by Justin Brown, available on Twitter as Justin T. Brown or at artnessbyjustinbrown.com. And finally, additional artwork is by Starlene Hodge. You can find her work at starlenearts.com or on Twitter as StarleneX. Cool. Goodbye.